you know, insert Twilight joke here. I know what you are. Say it out loud. Shiny. The vampires in Salem's Lot are much more monstrous.
Coming for your head! I'm coming for you, Peter! Here I come, Peter! Here I come! I'm coming for you! I'm coming to do what I should have done a long time ago!
Oh my God, and he's British too. Colonizer as well.
I'm not a colonizer.
Prove it. And he did Brexit. He did Brexit.
I didn't do Brexit. I promise.
He did it. He did Brexit. Prove you're not misogynist.
Octavia E. Butler. Octavia E. Butler. And me and my book club, we're all reading Octavia E. Butler together. For those of you that are wondering, oh, is this a cult now? Obviously not, right? Obviously not. It never was, and it never will be. And anyone that says that it's a cult, they're spreading propaganda against us because they're trying to destroy the good thing that we've got going on. Hey everybody, what's going on? Hey Purple Hell Bandana, hey Nat, hey Rachel, hey Lee, how you all doing? Hey Babsy, how's it going? Just going to say a special thank you to some people who followed while I was away. And I'm going to try and pronounce everyone's name correctly. Let's see here. Ave. We already knew about that one. That's Ilandil's fella. And then we've got this other person called Solan. Hey Solan. Mac. I know we were speaking to Mac. Mac made it. Everyone, Mac made it again. Everyone, Mac made it. Hey, glad you made it, Mac. The Codetta followed. How am I pronouncing this one? Still an act. Berry Mackey, Blaming Satire. Oh, that's an interesting name. I hope we get to meet this person. Blaming Satire, pretty interesting. Oh, this is a good name as well. Daisy Dead Petals 9. Very cool. I like it. And here, let's have a look at this here. Nat has a question for everybody. Nat, what question do you have for the group? Do you reckon Jay bought the wigs specifically for his video, or do you think he already owned them for personal use? Hey Mac, how's it going? I'll tell you something. One sec. When will you wear wigs? Oh, do you know what really annoys me about wearing these wigs is how fucking cool I look. Like, I actually do look cool. Like, and not even in a joking way. You know? Like, I understand it's all crazy and everything, but like, imagine I had hair like this. And also it matches the color of the beard as well. So like it's kind of funny. This was the sort of color of my hair. This kind of was the color of my hair. This is another annoying thing as well. Because I have a ginger beard, nothing wrong with being ginger, by the way. My mum's ginger. I love gingers, right? So if you're ginger, I'm not having a go. But everyone assumes that I am a ginger guy because I got this ginger beard. I shaved off all my dark hair, but I never had hair like this ever. But I did used to have hair kind of like down to my eyebrows. I had that sort of that split part that all the English kids had in the 90s, you know? Yeah. Hey, Misty, what's going on? Do you know what? Do you know what I might do? Shall we have? Is it gonna be like? Shall we have wigs? Shall we have wigs on this channel? What do you think? Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's a wig. It's not very comfortable, but maybe that's something we can do for points. Maybe if you spend points, because like we got to try and think about what we're going to do about points. We got to try and think about what we're going to do about points. So maybe if like you spend 5,000 points, I have to put on a wig, and you get to choose what wig I have. Lee, I know that you just tried to throw a tomato at me. I'm still trying to get it to work. It only works with bits, unfortunately. So, and I turned off the bits because I don't want everyone just, you know, I don't want the only things you can interact to be bits, right? Because bits cost actual real life money, and I want to have some sort of reward where you can spend points. Unfortunately, they just don't make it so that you can spend points on the throw a tomato thing, and that's really what I wanted it for. However, I do have sorry, I'm missing out on some of the chat here. Hello, I'm late and out of context. What's happening here? Hello, hey Foxmanor. Hey, and hey Skunk as well. What's happening here is I tried Rogaine. What do you think? It's the Rogaine effect, baby. It's the Rogaine effect. Yeah. Let's see what everyone's saying. By the way, I absolutely have looked into, like, every bald fella. Any bald fella told you they didn't do this, at least look into it. A trip to Turkey. You better believe. I would consider it. Like, so here's the truth of my baldness, since you asked. Here's the wait, I think I'm falling behind on the conversation. Here's the truth about the baldness.
I'm here.
Hey, Hot Llama, what's going on? Oh yeah, Misty said, can't stay long, but just wanted to check in for a few minutes. How's the new game? Yeah, it's really good. You know what it's like? It's like there is no Anti-Memetics division. It's really a lot like that. And I think that you read that, didn't you, Misty? It's so much like, I can't believe if one didn't influence the other, honestly. Did we sacrifice the chat bot to our cult god yet? Yeah, we did. So now the chat bot, all it does is remind everyone that this channel, or this Twitch channel has a Discord. Sorry, I just looked at myself there and I went, oh my God, I look so crazy. Yeah, so that's all it does. And I took away all of its ability to block people and stuff like that. There is another bot that can do that, but it's only for like slurs and, you know, because we don't want that, right? So, you know, if someone we don't know comes in here and starts dropping slurs all over the place, they get automatically banned. But yeah, other than that, because we want to be free, you know, we look at my hair. I'm all about freedom, man. I'm about free love, man. Max says, immediately turned into Jon Snow. The 80s hairband gods called. They want their hair back. Yes. Yeah. I would just want to be the front man for Iron Maiden now, you know? I look like a proper cult leader now. Just need a long cloak to fully pull it off. Either that or you look like Jesus. All right, man. Yes. What, you mean like this? So you're probably wondering, why does he have all this stuff just laying about? I recorded a video today that I'm going to be releasing tomorrow. I don't use the wig, but I use this cloak and I use the mask and everything. But yeah. What the heck? Oh, there we go. All hail, nombre di Padre, Spirito Santo, Sau. It is not a cold. It is not a cold. Let's see what people were saying. Oh, Misty says, if it makes you happy, right? Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was talking about my baldness. So, yeah, my hair, like, so, how sad. My hair kind of, goes back here, right? It goes back here. And then there's a bald patch at the back. And so I went, I can't have that. It's all coming off. And so Lee's like, my eyes, the reflection. And so, yeah, you yeah, so I was thinking, well, I could get this bit filled in. And then it would be like, and then I'll get the back filled in, and then I could just grow out the hair, you know? But I don't know, man. Is that a bit weird? Is it too late in the game? Is it too late in the game where I'm like, oh, yeah. Because I have to constantly shave my head. Like, every day I've got to shave my head. Otherwise, I get that sort of, like, lollipop drops on the carpet look, you know? I don't really like it. I'd rather have it sort of, like, clean shaven rather than... I always thought, like, it's better to be bald than balding, you know? Never too late for a comeback. Yeah. Oh, yeah, must be a ball. Like, yeah, it is annoying, man. It is annoying. Spooky Jojo says, whatever makes you happy. Bald is beautiful, Lee says. Or his dad used to say, his dad says. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, I spent a long time where I was like receding and I had a bald patch and all that. And so when I shaved it off, I went, oh, that looks so much better. But the best is full head of hair. Like full head of hair. So I don't know. Yeah, I got to wax it like a cue ball. Exactly, man. That's it. Hey, Dwayne Plane, what's going on? Whoa, Dwayne Plane's here. Guys, yes. Now the party can get started. Dwayne Plane's here. And we just hit a goal of 150 followers. Amazing. By the way, I was thinking about, and sorry if I'm missing any chat or anything like that. I don't think I did. Oh, Max says King Eric, honestly, yeah. Yeah, and I think I'm all caught up with that. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was thinking about with this channel, sort of doing a bit of a rebrand. Like, and I'm talking about a proper rebrand, man. Like, these are the changes. Change the channel name, right? I like the channel name, J-Boy Frosty. Really, the only reason I used it is because that was my name on PlayStation. You know, you know when you're trying to find a name and everything's taken, and you just want to start downloading games, and I've got to set up a profile. So I was just like, I don't know, J-Boy, J, you know, and so I was just trying to change everything. And then I just landed on J-Boy Frosty. And then I just went with that with the Twitch stream. I think if I was going to rebrand this Twitch, and I am sort of planning on it, I would lean in to the cult thing. You know, obviously this isn't a cult. Paperback Journeys isn't a cult, but we can have a little laugh about it. You know, we can have a little laugh about it. Yeah, and then on top of that, if I'm gonna do the cult thing, when people subscribe, a little cult member comes up, or something pops up in the screen, and it says, "You have made a blood sacrifice," or something like that. You know, kind of make it a bit more of an inside joke thing. And also, and this is a big change as well. Rather than the background that I've got behind me, what about if I had a green screen and I made it look like, because I see someone else do this. They've got a green screen, and man, they do such creative and funny things with the green screen. They put themselves in the game so that they're talking to the characters. When they're driving along, they kind of like turn their heads, so they're kind of like this, like, you know, they do a lot of that kind of stuff. When they're just chatting, like on this screen that we've got here, see how you've got all of your names like popping up here, all of this stuff. Sorry, there's a bit of a delay just next to me, and it's sort of like really putting me off. All right, better. Yeah, so see how you've got all your names. So the way that they've got it set up with the green screen is they've made it look like they're sitting behind a desk, and there's a monitor here, and there's another monitor here, and so like all of your names would be popping up on the monitor, and then this one's like a security camera, and sometimes the security camera kind of shows mad stuff happening. And it is all about like immersion into the concept, right? So, and also the loading screen makes it look like you're entering into their domain. And I thought, it like when I hit the loading screen, it could make it look like we were going into like some old cave or something underground, and, you know, really, really lean into it. I think that could be a bit of a laugh. And I do like video editing, and I do like getting creative, and I do have a green screen. So I've kind of like got the elements. I just need time to put it all together, and then and just make it, just make it complete, you know? And yeah, I think that could be a bit of a laugh. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of float that idea, see what you all thought about that one. And I'm just going to catch up with some of these. Lee says, some of the best among us are bald. Michael Jordan went bald at like 22. I know, man. Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of things I always tell myself, you know. I'm always like, you know, there are really cool bald people, you know. There's Jason Statham. There's Patrick Stewart. You know, Stanley Tucci's kind of cool. The Rock. You know, so yeah, you got to go through the list a little bit. Foxman says, I'm female and I'm balding. On the positive side, one day I get to wear colourful wigs with all the cute game and anime hairstyle. That's the great thing, right? Because you're going to be like trying on all these different kind of, like exactly as you say, you get to try on all these different kind of wigs, and they're going to be like good wigs, you know? They're going to be good wigs, not like my wigs that I just picked up at a costume shop. Like, they're going to be like, you're going to have a different look for every day. And by the way, like, lots of women shave off their hair for that purpose, right? So that they can, like, I've known a lot of women who just shave off their hair completely so they're bald, and then they can just switch out their hair every day. So yeah, absolutely. Let's have a look. Yeah, Lee says that actually sounds fire. Spooky Jojo, you changing your name like me? Yeah, I think I might be changing it for the Twitch channel. You know, Paperback Death Cult. That's really good. Yeah, something like that. There used to be a really good band here in Seattle named Naughty Cult. Hey, Aaron, by the way, how you doing, mate? Which had a great double meaning of being not a cult, all right, because it's pronounced not a cult, and also a cult associated with ships and the sea. Yeah, that is good. That's what I think of whenever we talk about not being a cult. I support the rebrand, though. Thanks, man. Yeah, I think it'll be fun, right? Nat likes it. Nat's like, yes, do it. Love that idea, Babsy says. And all this cult talk makes me excited for Alan Wake 2. Yeah, I'm excited for that as well. And I'm excited to play a bit of Control today as well. We got to play a cult simulator at some point here. Is there a cult simulator? That would be pretty good. Instead of throwing tomatoes, maybe we can have Cthulhu or whoever our deity is punish you. Yeah, that's a fun idea. And by the way, that is one of the things that I was thinking about with the green screen, is that there is a way that we can kind of like play games on the screen. So like, and this is just an idea that I had, right? Kind of make the background look like a boxing ring, and then I can kind of like dodge out the way, and you can like throw fists at me and try and hit me. You know, stuff like that. Come on, we're here for a laugh, aren't we? You know? Skunk says, that sounds really fun. You should do it. All right. Should we just do it then? Like I say, I do have a green screen where I can just, I want to launch everything all at the same time, you know, rather than bit by bit. But maybe we'll at least test out the green screen and see how that is, you know? Hey, Daniele, how you doing? Thanks so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Welcome. Yeah, Misty says, very fun ideas. Thanks, Misty. I appreciate it. And then Holama says Madonna. And then Nightbot has said NPC Aaron is now lurking. What is it? Azatoth emoji for the channel? Yes. Good idea. Far Cry 5. Yeah, I love Far Cry 5. But in Far Cry 5, we're killing the cult, right? Cult of the Lamb has Twitch integration. Really? Sorry, Cult of Lamb. There is a Cult of the Lamb. There is a game, Cult of the Lamb. There's also a game, Cthulhu, as well. There's also a Cthulhu game that we can absolutely play, by the way. Even though Cthulhu is terrifying, right? Let's have it right. But maybe he's this Twitch channel's god. I don't know. Misty says, do it. And then in an Arnold voice, do it now. Do it now. Hey, Daniele. Hi, Jay. Just downloaded Twitch to be here. Whoa, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. I hope I make it worth it. Lee says, yeah, it's the Call of Cthulhu. Awesome game. Oh, amazing. Amazing. That's, yeah. I think we lean into the cult. And like I said, one of the things that I would like you maybe to be able to spend points on is maybe we do Ver Vigs. Ven vil ju Ver Vigs. Maybe. Oh, can I do it with my glasses on there? Yeah, you kind of can. Yeah, I think it works better without the glasses, though. It looks a lot better without the glasses. But yeah, you know, put on this mask, do this, do that. You know, we want to make it interactive and a lot of fun. But today might be the last day of J-Boy Frosty. And then we will be reborn. I have a couple of fun names as well for the channel. I don't want to say them yet because I'm just sort of thinking to myself, oh, that one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. You know, so yeah, I think I've got some fun names. And oh, this is a great idea, Lee. This is a great idea. Sacrifice, like. Is there a way where is there something that we can do? People that understand Twitch better than me, is there something that we can do where we can oh, thanks so much, Rachel, for the sub. Oh, and you gifted it to Daniele. Very generous. Thanks so much, Rachel. Really appreciate that. I wonder, is there a way that we can sacrifice one of the members of the Twitch, you know? Like, I don't know, nothing where it like spoils their enjoyment or anything like that, but maybe like we spin a wheel and then we, I don't know, silence them for 10 minutes, something like that. Anything that's gonna play into the idea, anything that's gonna, like, you know, have more interactivity and more fun. Make them watch ads. Yeah. Babsy says, you must love Halloween. I love Halloween, by the way. I love Halloween. Let me just really quickly tell you a story about Halloween. When I first moved to America, I had it in my head that Americans are mental for Halloween. Like, I thought, English people like Halloween, but I was thinking to myself, Americans love Halloween. They go crazy, you know, and they all dress up. This is just something maybe from movies or something, I thought. And so I went into work, and then I was speaking to this lady. Actually, her name was Rachel, actually, and yeah, I was speaking to my colleague, and she said, "Oh, you're going to be dressing up for Halloween." Sorry, I just got to do something real quick. She said, "You're going to be dressing up for Halloween. You're coming into the office tomorrow, dressing up for Halloween." And I went, "Yeah, maybe, you know." I said, I haven't really got a costume or anything like that. And then she went, "Oh, you should, like, don't be miserable, like you should." And I always think to myself, whatever I do, rightfully or wrongfully, this is something that I always think to myself, whatever I do, all of the people around me think, oh, that's how English people are, you know? So if I'm miserable, they go, oh, English people are miserable. And if I'm fun, they go, oh, English people are fun, you know? And so I kind of always think, whatever I'm doing, whoever I'm hanging out with, I'm like an ambassador I'm like the British ambassador. And so I've got to be fun and you know, put on my best, put my best foot forward, or whatever they say. So I said, all right, yeah, no, I'll do it. Yeah, okay, great. Anyway, I went to the costume shop that night, and I got this full-blown hippie, and that's actually where the wig comes from, by the way. I got this full-blown hippie outfit, right? The whole thing, the boots, the glasses, the bandana, the little props, the peace symbol going around there, like everything, real top to tail, dressing up as like as a hippie. And so I came into work on Halloween, and then I went, oh, I can't wait to see what everyone's dressed as, you know? Oh, yeah, because Rachel was really making a big fuss out of it. And then I walked into the office, and I went, oh, that's strange. Sarah didn't dress up. Oh, Roger didn't dress up. Tarek didn't dress up. Oh no. And then I was really, let's just have it right, I was the only one that was dressed up. Full blown costume, like I was in a movie, like I was in a 70s movie, like walking in like that. And then I went, where the hell's Rachel? And so I went running over to go see Rachel, and I went, hey, Rachel, what's up? What's going on, girl? And then she turned around. Guess what she's wearing? Pair of devil horns. That's it. That's her costume. Pair of devil horns that she could take off at any moment. I'm wearing boots, tight, really super tight hippie pants, you know, tassels, everything. And then she went, wow, you really went all out for it. I went, yeah. What do you think? Why did you said that this in America everyone loves it so much, and everyone's gonna go crazy. And then guess what? To make it worse, a couple of people did dress up a little bit. You know, a couple of people dressed up a little bit, where they were like, oh, someone had a Harry Potter robe on, you know, stuff like that. Probably stuff that they bought for like $10, you know. And like, it's not about how expensive it is, but just to give you an idea, like just a little thing, oh yeah, I'm getting into it, sort of thing, you know. And then I sat down with my manager, and he found it really funny, you know, like he was just like, oh man, I can't believe how crazy you went for it. And then I went, yeah. And he goes, you're definitely going to win the competition. And I went, I forgot there was a competition. I forgot that there was a competition. So that's going to be really weird, because I'm blowing everyone out of the water with this. Like, I've tried so hard to win this stupid competition. And and there's going to be like a prize and everything. Like, all right, everyone that dressed up, come on over. Someone with devil horns on. Hi. And then there's me, like, standing there. And then I thought to myself, everyone's going, it's really like, you know, you start creating ideas in your head about what everyone thinks. I was thinking, what I would be thinking is, it's really strange how much this guy is into Halloween, and he doesn't have kids or anything. You know? Like, he's gone so into Halloween, dressing up, and he doesn't even have the excuse that, my kids put me up to it, you know? That's kind of a funny guy. That's kind of an interesting guy. But yeah. But look, at least I got a story out of it, you know. That's what I always think about things like that, when I go, oh man, that's so embarrassing, and I go, at least got a story out of it. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, what are you thinking? Why did you tell me? Says Rachel was taking a piss, as you'll say overseas. I know. It was like a prank. But also, she was acting like, all right, Misty, see you later. Have a good one. Max, like, it just keeps getting sadder. I know. It's funny. Yeah. Yeah, see you later, Misty. Have a good one. Skunk says, oh, this reminds me, every year at the high school I'm studying at, there's been a Halloween competition, and I went all out. I dressed up as the singer of Ghost Kid, who's like this German rock metal core band. Google for reference. And all right, yeah, I will. I will look it up and see what you look like. I was wearing all black. I had my face painted, and I even had pigtails. And I didn't even get the top 3. Some popular girl who dressed up as a guy from Tinder won. The costume was just plain bad. I was salty as fuck when I washed my face, and it took 15 minutes to wash it off. Yeah, you got cheated out of that one. You got cheated out of that one. All right, let's take a look at what Skunk dressed up as. Let's take a look. I'm just going to type in Ghost Kid German rock. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow. Look at this. This is Ghost Kid. Look, that's what Skunk dressed up as. Is that right? That's really cool. I bet that looked really cool. Yeah, that's epic, huh? I love it. Like, I actually really love it when people go for it with costumes and stuff like that, because I feel like you've got to get into the spirit, you know? You got to get into the spirit of it. It was the guy in the middle in the first pick. This one? Oh. You can see. This one here. Yeah, that is really cool. I like it. I like it, Skunk. That's very cool. All right. So, I wanted to try. I'm getting so many spam calls recently. I accidentally picked up a spam call, and now they smell blood. You know, they're all over me. Spooky Jojo says, I once performed as Gene Simmons at a lip syncing contest, doing the whole look. I bet that was so cool. I bet that was amazing. What my wife's friend is the marketing guy for Gene Simmons. Just like I was hanging out with him, and I think we was at a wedding, and I was like, oh, what do you do? And he's like, oh, I work with Kiss. And I was like, oh, Kiss, like the rock band? And he's like, yeah. And he's like hanging out with Gene Simmons every day. What a mad job. Yeah, he does all the marketing material for Kiss and that. I didn't want to say, but I was like, how much marketing do they need? You know? But obviously what he's doing is the posters for the tours, and he's doing all the social media stuff and all that, you know. So that's a really cool job. Yeah, that's such a cool job. And it's creative as well, you know. He gets a bit creative. Yeah. Oh, and one other thing that I wanted to do for you guys, and I just wanted to test it out, because I'm always thinking about points. I'm always thinking about what can we do about this point situation. And so I was thinking of something like this. You see that? Like magic. It's like magic, ain't it? And so this is the plan. We do a roulette wheel. Now bear in mind, boring is overwhelmingly likely to win. So when you place your bets, and you can bet points, right? When you place your bets, please bear in mind, it's probably going to be boring, right? But however, it might be party time. It might be party time. It might be it happened. Very unlikely that it's going to be it happened. But, and the way that it's set up is that you get the points of the losers. So all of the winners get the points that the losers staked, divided amongst them. That's how it works, right? Yeah, the wheel makes a cameo. It's a different wheel, but you know, yeah, we've got the wheel. So, what I would recommend, just so you get used to it, if you want to bet points, and in some countries you can't bet points. They don't let you bet points on Twitch. I don't know why, right? But they're so against gambling that they won't even let you bet Twitch points, which is not currency. It's just something you build up. But yeah, based on previous experience, it would definitely land on the same thing twice. Yeah, that's right. So, and then what I'm going to do, I spin it, and let's just do a test spin just to make sure it works, because I just set this up like an hour ago. So, as you see, most of the time it's going to come up boring. But when it came up boring, did you hear it say boring? Did it say boring? Like that? Or did it make no sound? It didn't say boring. That's annoying. It's supposed to say boring. But we'll fix it. It's not important. But so what we're going to do, and I'm going to try and be all clever and fancy. I'm really trying to get better at this. You're in at the early days, you know, is where I'm just trying to figure everything out. So I'm going to try and set something up right now. And we're going to try and set something up. We're just going to call it spin the wheel. Right? And we're going to have boring. We're going to have party time. And we're going to have it happened. Now, I know some of you are going to be tempted to bet on it happened. Just remember, it won't necessarily pay out the most. Because if everyone bets on it happened, you know? So I'm just saying, the safe bet is boring. But, you know, we'll see as we go. Anyway, we're going to say 1 minute you get to bet. And we're going to start that 1 minute right now. All right, so place your bets. Place your bets. Do I get the hard-earned coin if you're all wrong? No, I think if you're all wrong, everyone gets their points back, right? So place your bets. Place your bets. Well, all right, so I tell you something. The betting is going weird at the moment. I think some people have made a mistake. But look, you have to learn. Gambling is wrong, right? No, it's going to be good. Oh no, it's sort of like evening out. It's sort of evening out. I think some people are going to be happy with the points that they get. Here we go, guys. Here we go. All right. All right. Here we go. So now we're going to spin the wheel and we're going to find out who wins. Did the party time people, is their bravery going to be rewarded, or Is their stupidity going to be punished? Let's go. Oh! I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. That is jammy. That's so jammy, man. That's so jammy. Like, all right, listen. Well done. Courage rewarded, I guess. Well done. Choose the outcome. And it was party time. And it says, are you sure it's party time? Yes. So there you go. Prediction result, party time. Do you want to do double or nothing? Well, we can't do double or nothing, but do you want to go again? Do you want to go again? All right. Let's do it again. Start a prediction. Spin the wheel. And you're going to have 1 minute to place your bets. Place your bets.
Let's do this!
Yes, let's do this. All right. Start prediction now.
I came here to drink milk and kick ass. And I've just finished my milk.
Yes, Lee. Oh. We've got a little bit longer. People are being less brave. People think, listen, we've already rode our luck. Some people are being extremely brave. All right, we're just coming down to the last bit. All right, let me tell you something crazy. Nobody voted on party time. Not one person. But a couple people voted on it happened. All right. NPC Aaron is throwing 1,000 points down on boring. And let's see. Let's see. So let's spin the wheel. Boring. Boring. There was no way it was going to be party time twice in a row. So everyone who voted it happened. Sorry, guys. I don't know how much you put down on that. I don't know how many points you put down on that. My heart dropped. All right. So let me make sure that I get this correct. Choose an outcome. And it was, this time, boring. All right. Boring. Max says, my life savings. Yeah. So I feel like we can have these are the kind of things we need to do with our points, you know, these little games, these little things that we can do. I can see the details. Oh, good. I don't know what all this is. What just happened? See details. Oh, why is it like this? Sorry, 1 second. So I don't know why I can't see the details. I don't know. That's another thing I've got to work out. But NPC Aaron placed a $1,000 point bet and got 1,032 back. I know, man, because people, like, no one voted in the opposite direction except for a couple of people, and they put like 40 points down in total on the "it happened." So yeah, this is so useless. I love it. Yeah, exactly. Useless fun, right? That's and useless fun is my double barrel middle name. So yeah, that is the wheel. I think that's a good bit of fun. And yeah, so also a couple of other things, right? So we're talking about all these little improvements that we're trying to make to the Twitch. And let me just do this other thing. I just want to show you. We've got some new sounds that I've sort of like clipped out, and I think maybe these are good for certain situations. So let me just play the sounds for you that are available, just to give you like a heads up of what they sound like. All right, so what? Let me know if you can hear this.
Quick question: is this a cult?
Right, there you go. NPC Aaron says, next time I'm throwing 10K on It Happened. Yeah, man. Imagine you won as well. Yeah. Everyone can hear it. Everyone can hear that. Sweet. All right, so here are the other sounds that are available. And I don't even know if you remember me saying this on the stream, but I said it, and then, this is ages ago, and then someone went, that has to be a sound. That has to be one of the sounds that are available. And so then I tried to say it again a bit more cleanly, and then I just sort of clipped it. So this is one. I suppose you could play it if I'm like getting my ass kicked by something, which happens quite frequently.
Struggling, book boy.
Struggling, book boy. Yeah. And someone else said that. I think someone said in the chat, like, "Are you struggling, book boy?" And then I think I read it out, and then everyone was like, where's Gran's wanker sound? I think it's still there, ain't it? I didn't remove it, did I? Oh yeah. So this is my nan's wanker sound. I'm just going through all the new ones that I just added, but this is my nan's wanker sound. Something that my nan. This is literally my nan when she was playing Grand Theft Auto. She said this.
You wanker.
That's my grandmother. And yeah, so I'll just quickly run through them, and then I promise we will jump into the game, because I know I'm going all around the houses today.
So was that a boss fight or?
Right. Then this one.
Nah, it's not a cult. Like, this is the thing. I feel like we've already gone over this, but like, this is 100%. This is the furthest thing away from a cult that you could possibly get.
Yeah, I know. The thing I like about that one is that it's truthful. You know, this is the furthest thing away from a cult that you can possibly get. This is just something I can't quite remember when I said this, but like, it's just, I think this like something that could be relevant in a lot of cases.
Hang on a minute. Who the fuck is that?
Right. And speaking of which, I do want to start having a swear jar as well, that you guys can just push a button every time because I don't really curse that much when I'm on the stream. I try and avoid it a little bit, but sometimes just can't help it. I just have a big reaction. And so I think we can start a little swear jar, where a little swear jar appears on the screen, and then it's like bloop, like drops. Maybe that's something we could do for points, you know? Oh yeah. this one is relevant for right now. This one is relevant for this moment that we're in right now.
Geezer loves the sound of his own voice. Are we actually going to play a game today, or are you just going to be chatting shit?
Right. And this is someone else really liked this one. They said that, they thought I was saying nutting. Like they were saying, oh, it's something nutting, and I was going, what's that, nutting? And then I realized what they said. Oh, you mean when I say this is doing my nut in, like this is doing my head in, like that's what I was saying. And they went, oh, that should be a sound. So then I clipped this one.
Oh, I tell you what, this is actually starting to do my nut in now.
And then this one here.
It's because of things like this that you're not full time. Do you know what I mean? Like it's what just happened. That's the reason you're not full time.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I'm not very good at gaming. We all know that, but I try my best. And so I just want to give you as many opportunities to abuse me and make fun of me as possible, because abuse and mockery is my love language. So, yeah. All right, so let's get stuck into a game today. I feel like we're having a bit of fun. And also at the end of the stream, what I would like to do. Oh, Mac wants I'm going platinum. Yeah. I can definitely get that, because I know last week I think I was screaming and shouting about how I'm so good, I'm going platinum. And this is how you go platinum. So yeah, I can definitely clip that as well. Daniele says, how very masochistic of you. I know. Oh, Aaron liked that one. Oh yeah, Aaron, you like that one. Are you just gonna be chatting shit? Lee says, can you clip some of the games we play and get Barry saying something funny? Yeah, I think I can probably get that. I love Barry, as you know. So I think we can get some Barry clips as well. Really, anything where you think, oh, that would be a good sound, or that would be whatever. I think you can clip things. I think you just do this. I think we'll just try it. Is that it? And did it make a clip? Barry and Atty, Aaron says. Oh yeah, because we just met Atty. Atty was the janitor guy, right? Just an idea moving forward, not necessarily anything that I've heard yet. Yeah, no, it's a good idea. Jay will love Artie. And what's that? Perkelly? Am I saying that right? Nat says, these were all great new additions. I've got all these little ideas in my head that I want to start doing. And I think the green screen is going to be a game changer. Like, game changer. We can come up with so many different creative things that we can do on here. And the good thing is that we all get to sort of see it evolve together. Anyway, enough chatting shit. Let's get on with some gaming. All right, let's get cracking with it. All right. I think I shouldn't be up there. Aaron says the banner at the top that shows the top bits and subs buyers will also rotate to a button that says create a clip on it. You can also use that. Wait, what do I do? What do I do, mate? this thing up the top. Do I do something? Wait, what have I done? I've done something. Is it something I have to do, or is it something that you guys can do? At the top of that of the chat is that little banner we can use to make clips. I don't know if it also shows up for you. Oh, right. Okay. Everyone in the chat can use it. All right. Yeah. So if there's anything... Is there... I mean, not to get too fancy, but is there a way to sort of like... where you guys can create a sound clip where I can look back and go, oh, they want that as a sound. They want that as a sound, you know? But yeah, Nat says everyone in chat can use it. I'll be back in 30 minutes. Don't sacrifice without me. No sacrifices today. Don't worry. We're not doing the full blown cult thing yet. We're still in J-Boy Frosty 1.0. But we're gonna evolve. We're gonna evolve. All right, let's get into it. Probably. All right. And then also, what I was thinking as well, and you guys can let me know if this is something that you was interested in as well. I played this game, right? Like, I just do this whenever I've got 5 minutes and I just want a quick thing. I play this game. This is also something you can bet on. Like, if you want it, like, it's about five minutes per game. This is something you could bet on. You could bet on it as if it was a sports, you know, like sports betting. Again, with points, I'm talking about. Will Jay score a goal? Will Jay win this match or whatever? And then, you know, could be fun if that's something that you're interested in. Aaron says, I don't think so. There may be a plug-in, but I don't think it's a... talking about getting the sounds. It's a base functionality. We should be able to create clips and then link them to you on the Discord. Good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. For you to rip the audio from, though. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Maybe we can have like a channel on the Discord. And by the way, anyone that's watching right now that isn't on the Discord, you can... Let me just push this button, and I think it does something. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so you can join the Discord. It's not the Paperback Journeys Discord. It's this Twitch channel's Discord, and it's more about gaming and stuff like that. I definitely want to start getting more active on there, and in the same way that we get book battles on the Paperback Journeys Discord and stuff like that, you know, game battles, right? Who's a better father figure, Geralt from The Witcher 3 or Joel from The Last of Us? Stuff like that, you know? Just get it a bit more interactive and a bit more fun. Oh, Babsy clipped. Yes. All right, great. So we got a clip there. Yeah, so that's exactly the way to do it. Perfect. And yeah, that's it. Good idea, Nat. Yeah. So we can set it up on the Discord. Spooky Jojo, subscribe with Prime. Thanks so much. Subscribe for 2 months. Really appreciate it. Thanks so much for the Prime sub. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to this Twitch for free. I think Prime gives you 1 sub per month that you get to use. Anyway, let's get into this game. Oh, and let me put my headphones in. Yeah. Before long, it's gonna be Costume City. I'm gonna be in a full-blown costume and everything. Be a laughter. Right, so let's try and pick up where we left off on this game.
I couldn't find any recent conversations about games. What kind of game were we playing? Maybe I can...
She's way too involved. Did you hear that, by the way? My little home assistant thing. Way too involved. Always thinks I'm talking. Always thinks I'm talking to her. Skunk says, by the way, I'll be lurking for a bit. Gonna write some feedback for a text. About 10 pages, and I'll be back afterwards. Wicked. It's all right, mate. Have a good one, Skunk. And we'll see you on the other side. Let's go back into control. So we were trying to find this phone. We work for this bureau. What is the name of the bureau again? It is the Federal Bureau of Control. And so this is a kind of government agency that operates with items that shouldn't exist. Is that right? Am I getting that right? And what we need to do is we're told that we need to go find a phone. And actually, let me just see. How do I see what the mission is? Let's do a fast travel to back to where we were. What's happening? I see. FBC. That's it, Foxmanol. I work for the FBC, the Federal Bureau of Control. I'm an investigative agent inquiring about anomalies. All right. So let's take a look around. I can't remember all of the controls, so I'm probably going to be a little bit rubbish, but it's okay. Oh, and I've got another thing as well. So if I die, I'll push it, and then you'll get to see what happens when I die in video games as well. I won't do it every time because I tend to die a lot, you know, but I can do it once or twice. Daniele, okay, I have to sleep now, guys. Got school tomorrow. All right, yeah, no worries. Night, night. And yeah, if you're in Europe, then we do more reasonable hours for Europeans on weekends. So yeah, have a good one. All right, let's read this. All right, these are all the unread ones. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloguing the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connection to AWEs. So just remind me, what is AWEs? We worked it out the other day. Something world events. Alternate world events. Something world events. What is it again? Anomalous world events. Let me just look it up. Because a few days have passed and I've read some books. Alternate, basically, supernatural events, alternate world events. We'll just call it that. It is alternate. All right, great. Alternate world events, supernatural events, basically, yeah. And other altered materials. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. P. Barwell. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Brunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading! You're kind of stealing my act there, buddy. FBC Book Club. Exactly. I don't like that. I don't like that they've got like my little thing that I say. As always, happy reading. There is a weird amount of lore about the book club in this game. Oh, wicked. We love that. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream, a machine that will contain God. But not the God you know, or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans, plus the timing belt from my car's engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. So these are the dead letters. This is the post or the mail that we've received of paranatural events, and not all of them are going to be paranatural events, but some of them will be. Mr. Governor, I called the police, but they never came. But they never come to my house. I got a problem, and you got to send folk to fix it. I got my wife one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button. Yeah, we know, man. Like, come on. But it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs. Says lots of cuss words. The devil got in my house because of the fish, and you got to come and handle it. My wife was real upset. Like, all right, fair enough. He's not very good at spelling. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. All right, Spooky Jojo, have a good one. See you again. Well, yeah, and also we'll be here on Saturday as well if you're about on Saturday. But yeah, if not, then we'll be around on Sunday. That dead letter rules. I love this game's writing and lore so much. Yeah, the dead letters are fun. I've just discovered them, and now I immediately like this element of the game. Definitely. All right, see you, Spooky. Is it all right if I call you Spooky, or should I call you Jojo? Anyway. Let's see if we can find more of these dead letters. Oh. Threshold Kids.
It's like the director says, confidential. actions. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Telfer. We'll find your mama together.
Weird. Who commissioned this? Spooky or Jojo are both fine, just trying to sync my Twitch to my Discord so no longer Purple Hell Bandana. I always forget that you're Purple Hell Bandana as well. Sorry about that. No, this is the first one. This is the first one, Aaron, that I saw. The Threshold. What are they called? The Threshold Kids? I love it. I love all of this like information that you can collect, all of the Threshold Kids. All of the information you can collect, all of the dead letters, like you said, the lore. This one's called Dead Presidents. This is one of the dead letters. To whom it may concern, I am being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides, giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower. And I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that! I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Wicked. That's a good one. The dead letters. Alright. Missing Mama. Oh, this is what we just watched. Right? Oh, yeah, that's what we just watched. Okay. 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 Oh, you can actually run along the map as you go. Oh, that's kind of useful, I guess. Oh no, why am I so bad? Can I run? Whoa, I was getting hit with everything. Oh look, this is what happens when I die now. Yikes. Triangle is my melee. Okay, yeah, I sort of forgot
it's because of things like this that you're not full-time. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's what just happened, that's the reason you're not full-time.
It's true. It's true. Yes, a perfect time to use that sound. Oh yeah, triangle is my melee, and then and I totally forgot how to run. Can I dodge? All right, here we go. I really need to remember the controls of this. Oh yeah, that's how I heal, by collecting all these things. That's right. Where is that shot coming from? Ah. Are they... Oh, that bloody thing is... That's what killed me last time. It's that thing that I was standing right next to. I didn't know that it could explode. Yikes. Alright. 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 Don't panic. Don't panic.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Oh, okay. I was going the wrong way anyway. We got to go to the navigate through the communications department. Oh my god, I wasn't even looking at that. All right, let's get through the communications department. We got to go through the communications department. What the? Dude, are you alright?
An object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Reach the object of power to cleanse it. Alright. Okay. How quick is it? Alright, I think it can do it in 3s. Oh, that's how you crouch. Okay. I think I've got to walk up those steps anyway. Okay. We're getting closer. We're making some progress. Here we go. Yes, we did it. You know, it reminds me of... It does remind me of Alan Wake. Those things flying around, throwing things at you and all that.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in Bureau Seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Yo. What?
Guys, I'm 11. I'm like 11 out of Stranger Things. So thrown objects will break those red shields in one shot. Make it way easier to take shielded enemies down. Yeah, it's the most useful skill in this. Bad bitch, Babsy says. Yes, I am. Oh, okay. So those yellow blocks need to use use launch to complete the astral plane challenge. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh yeah, I like that. Yikes. Listen, I'm powerful. Oh, it sort of like auto aims for me? Oh, I don't even need to aim it that much. Yes. Aaron says, did I forget to mention that you get superpowers in this game? Yeah, I think you forgot that one. Babsy says, you did. Loving it. Yeah, I'm loving it. Oh, man. So now the astral plane has given us
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Oh, man. Come on. I think this is just going to take a little bit of me getting used to it. I might not get it straight away. I think I'm just so used to aiming. Oh yeah, I can pick up all these things. Oh, okay, so it runs out. Oi. Yes, yes. Alright, so I do kind of need to aim it a little bit. Alright, is that everyone? The music's still going, so probably not. That's it. That's it. Once you get out of the training, you will have a meter so you can spam it for everything, but it's really useful. You cannot hold it for too long either. The center bar tells you everything. Okay, wicked. But I can just go. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, this game just got even better. I kind of feel like with Alan Wake, it took me a little while to get used to the controls and stuff like that, you know, especially because I'm not playing it every day. You know, I play it and then a few days go by and then I have to remember how to play it again. But eventually, like after the first couple of sessions, I feel like I got the hang of it with Alan Wake, you know. So I'm sure that'll happen with this as well. And there's probably like more variation in the controls. All right. Let's go to the next level of the communications department, I guess. Yeah. Here we go.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Okay. Definitely shuffling between games. You need time to get used to it again. Yeah, it's just kind of... I'm trying not to play too much. Proceed through the mailroom. So what? That's just more material, right? That's just more stuff to read. I didn't leave anything over here. No. Yeah, the folders are the readable things. The icons are crafting materials that come into play later. Right. Alright, so let's go through the mailroom. Oh look, here's a fast travel.
Maybe there's a key nearby.
Babsy says, I can't stop thinking of coffee thermoses with those red things. I should use the fast travel point. So it unlocks. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. Got it. Alright, so I don't need to actually travel. I just need to kind of like activate it. It's very dark. I can't really see anything. She's got better stamina than Alan Wake. I think that dead dude's sitting there has something on him. Did I miss someone? Did I miss something? Is there someone in here? I just walked past him. Oh. Okay, sorry. Sorry, mate. I missed you there.
This must open the door.
Whoa. You didn't like that. Okay. It's going to open the door. All right, let's go into the mail room. What the hell are you?
They can fly now. Great.
How do I... What's dodge again? Dude, what? Ah. Oh, this guy. Oh, mate. Oh, okay. All right. All right. We get better. We get better. Dodge is circle and a direction. Yeah, because I'm just getting pummeled with things. I need to work out what dodge is. Like, let's just go here. Yeah, circle is evade. But if I just... Oh, I don't have evade? Oh, okay. Okay. I try not to backseat too much, but I figure you don't want people to watch you run around looking for a key card for 10 minutes. Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Anything like that, please just let me know. Because, yeah, this is more about the experience rather than me showing what a great gamer I am or anything like that, you know? Or like how observant I am, or, you know. Yeah, if I miss something simple like that, for sure. Oops.
They can fly now. Great.
Okay. Trying to find something else to throw. Ah! Didn't have anything to throw. Where's my boy? Am I hitting him or not really? He's kind of like dodging out of the way, right? He's pretty good at dodging. Oh, I got to shoot him. Okay. Right. Okay. I got to shoot this guy. Where's my bud? Hey. Yo. Where is he? Sorry, guys. All right, we're gonna get him now that I know how to shoot him. I don't know if I'll get him this time, but we'll get him next time for sure. We'll hopefully get him this time. All right, we got him. Unless there's like a level 2 or something. But we got him this time. Dude, he was a spooky guy. You know who he reminded me of?
I have a feeling he'll be back.
Yeah, I have that feeling too, Jesse.
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Okay. Now that's platinum. Yeah. He doesn't dodge the gun nearly as well as he dodges the TK. It's a bit weird that they give you the telekinesis immediately before a boss. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I kept trying to use the telekinesis, because I thought, oh, this is what they've kind of set me up for. But no, that's cool. You know that guy kind of reminded me of as well? Yeah, if you ever played Metal Gear Solid, Psycho Mantis, do you remember him? He used to scare my little cousin so much. You just had to say his name, and you just had to go, Psycho Mantis! And then he would just go, no. Yeah, sound alert, Babsy goes. That's right, you had to swap your controller to port 2 to beat him. Exactly. Yeah, you did. That's and he would go, why can't I read your mind? Oh, that was so good. That was amazing. And then because I remember something like that, it was like the general kind of came over to you on the comms unit and said, Snake, you need to use your other controller. And then I remember I was sitting there with my other cousin, like the cousin's older brother, and then we were both sitting there going, where's this controller that we got to find? Where's this controller? And they literally meant you got to use the other controller. You got to plug it into port 2. That was great. And then there was another time in that game as well where there was another point where it says, oh, you need to tune into the frequency on the back of the CD. We were like, what's CD? Checking our like inventory and everything. Like, what's CD? Literally, the PlayStation CD. There was a frequency written on the back of the case. And you had to tune into that. It was lots of little fun things with that game. Yeah, that was great. Those were like my high school gaming days. PS1. Alright, here we go. A phone. We had to find a phone. All right,
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms.
Oh, Tomasi, that was the guy that was.
The Hiss got him.
The Hiss got him. That was the guy that was floating around. Was Tomasi. Let's collect all of this, and let's read some of these. Oops. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's read some of these records. Unread. Hiss. Field research on Hiss entity. Hiss corrupted demolition expert. Confidential. Summary. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. Hiss demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track blank entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. All right, so these guys with these like grenade launchers, it's designed to identify and track, I guess, us, the agents. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who trained specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Refer to file something for reports. All right. Hiss elevated. That's what this Tomasi was. Field research on Hiss entity, Hiss elevated agent. Confidential. Summary. Hiss elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets, while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? It is possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption. It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts. Refer to file blank for report. Hiss Ranger. Hiss research field research on Hiss entity, Hiss corrupted Ranger. Confidential. Summary. The Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Sorry, there's some words that I just, you'd think as a voice actor I've just got everything, but I have to do a lot of double takes, unfortunately. Their Hiss corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by shielding of dense Hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is Hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Refer to file blank for full report. I don't know who it was last week when we first started playing this, but it was kind of it was a funny little plot hole that they identified, because I think it was Jessie that came up with the term hiss. She's like, oh, I call it the hiss, and she goes, and the other agent went, oh, the hiss, okay, you call it the hiss. And now we're finding all of these documents all over the place that also call it the hiss as well. It's like, wow, they really adopted that quickly. Who was it that said that? Was it Mac that said that? It was someone that said that. Tomasi's ID. Case files. Floppy disk. Containment procedure must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. Oh man, this is so much like a SCP file. This is so much like a SCP file, ain't it? Description. The object is an 8... Yeah, this is loads... Yeah, sketch, definitely. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows this is another word I'm going to struggle with. Para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. Seeing Dr. Darling presentation 11.15 for more information. The object is currently bound to, for research purposes. It is based, if not inspired by SCP, floppy disks from the before times. Yeah, from the ancient times, the ancient ones. I love the oops varieties. That's right, and that is oops' object of power, right? Stolen from the Soviet military base located in blank by agents blank and blank with the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to blank missiles believed to be reserved for use against blank. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was...
Struggling, book boy.
Yeah, I am struggling a little bit. Perfect timing. Struggling, bug boy. So good. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. I'm too self-conscious to read it now. Event summary. Excellent timing. Great timing. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. See, this is the thing. Translocative is not a word that I'm reading every day. Event response. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at blank and blank, which had been connected to a total of blank disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house, blank days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch called in Butte's home's closet disappeared during this incident. Foxmanor, the lore in this is quite a mouthful. Yes, yeah, I'm noticing. Tomasi. How many files are there in this? Someone said there was like 600 or something. Federal Bureau of Control, Re-Information Campaign Summary of Willow AWE. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. 412, really? That's crazy. All right, well, we're going to get a little bit of reading done. Let me know if the reading slows down the pace of the game too much. I think the lore is a big part of this game, but if it slows it down too much, definitely let me know. And then what we can do, I guess, is like do like little reading sessions or something, right? But let me know if you like the reading or if it ever becomes too much. It's fun listening. All right, good. Yeah, anyone that ever thinks it's too much, we can work around it. We can kind of go around it. But yeah, it is interesting, right? It's interesting to kind of find out about all this stuff. Let's have a look here. Where were we? Oh, there was a story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to blank. So, another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring blank, blank, and blank for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Tomasi out. That was sarcasm. Oh, no, absolutely, Babsy. Listen, the reason that I put the reason that I put those sounds into place is so that we can have a little bit of banter. I don't know if I can't remember, Babsy, if you're from America or England, but English people, we love a bit of banter, mate. Honestly, I was sort of like messing about a little bit earlier when I said it was my love language and all that, but like it really is. How English people become friends is by constantly like having a laugh of each other, mocking each other and all that, you know. Oh, yeah, that's right, you're in Midtown. Oh yeah, you're just around the corner to me, you're my neighbor. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Aaron says, I like the reading. It's also tough because some of the files are immediately relevant while others would be okay to wait and read at the end of the stream or something, but it's impossible to know which is which while you're picking them up. Yeah. Rachel likes that I read them all. All right, then. Yeah, that's it. We'll read them. That's unanimous. Federal Bureau of Control. Hey, Malcolm. Yes, tea time is at 7. I'll see you on the course on Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently, there's a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. You wouldn't happen to have heard anything about that, would you? See you Sunday, Jim. And now we got this other thing here.
All right, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alternate item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
And also, it didn't feel the need to. It didn't feel the need to delete it afterwards. Went, are you still recording this? Ah, well, it's recorded now. Foxminnock says, practice your voice acting. Maybe someone will see you on the stream and get you hired. You never know. Yeah, I know. You never know. I've got so many audiobooks that have come in recently. And I'm having, like, I don't like to turn anything down, you know? Because you can have little dry patches and stuff. So, I'm taking them on, but I'm having to like schedule it out further and further. And then someone came to me with a like a novella today, and I was like, all right, this is going to take about 60 days. And they went, 60 days? I went, I'm sorry, I've got to do like this fantasy trilogy. I've got to do like this other horror story. I've got this other thing. I've got like, you know, so, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love working. I love having jobs all lined up and everything. But now it's got to the point where I'm like, I just can't. I need to schedule it really far out. So I think it will start to become unreasonable for people pretty soon, and then they'll go, "Oh, look elsewhere." But it's all right. I'm just glad that people still value voice acting, you know, with the rise of AI and everything. I feel like a lot of... Oh, the hotline chamber. I feel like a lot of people use AI for their books. But the good thing about audiobook narration is that, number one, you got to do a lot of character voices. I feel like I've got a lot of range, not to pat myself on the back too much, but I feel like I can do a lot of different voices, you know? So that's good, and that's something that AI is sort of struggling. It will eventually catch up, I'm sure, but that's something that is struggling to catch up with right now. And also, another thing is, readers typically tend to really value writers and artists and stuff like that. So I think just on principle, they hate the idea of an AI, no matter how good the performance may be eventually. They just hate the idea of like listening to an audiobook that, I mean, number one, might have been written by AI. If the writer's going to use AI voices, who says they didn't use AI to write the book as well? Might have been written by AI, recorded by AI. At that point, it's like, that is soulless. That's a soulless thing. And I feel like to some people that just doesn't matter, you know? The fact, the idea of something being soulless, they never could really understand, like, what's the problem? But I feel like for readers, that's a big problem. That's a big problem. Yeah. It's good to have work. Death to the day job. Exactly, yeah. Get rid of my day job, bro. Let me just do my audiobook narration. Let me stream. Let me do my YouTube stuff. Let me try and make some content. You know, I feel like everyone's got so many different passions. In fact, I've got a Q&A video coming out tomorrow to celebrate like the 25k subs. And so I just one sec. So yeah, I got this video coming out tomorrow to celebrate the 25k subs. And what was I going to say now? Oh, you know when you lose your train of thought a little bit. What was I going to say? It was one of the questions that came up, and was it about a day job? I think it was about a day job. But yeah, there's lots of questions that kind of come up about like, oh, how do you find time to do all of these things? And the honest answer is, I think I'm pushing it to what I consider to be not really sustainable in the very long term. I feel like I can maybe do everything that I'm doing for like a couple of years, and then something will have to go. Definitely the YouTube channel will not go. I love the YouTube channel too much. Hopefully it's the full-time job. Oh, baby. Hopefully it's the full-time job. Oh, no, I remember that's what I was going to say as well. One of the questions is, what fantasy world would you love to live in? And the world that I chose was, I think it's called Panga, from Psalm for the Wild Built. Has anyone read that? Has anyone read Psalm for the Wild Built? And in that, the reason that I chose that world is because in that world, it's like a solar punk world, right? So it's a really optimistic and green concept of the future. It's kind of like the opposite of cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is all about like the corporations have won. We're getting low on resources, you know. We're being monitored in everything that we do. Solarpunk is kind of the opposite. Like there's so much personal freedom, you know. There's no bosses or anything like that. We're everything. We've got renewable energy. We've got all this spare time. And in the book, the character is actively encouraged by society to pursue their passions. You know, they're like, the thing that we need in this world is people who pursue their passions. Some people, they like to be. They like to care for people. Some people, they like to be creative. Some people, they like to educate. Some people, you know, everyone's got their own passions. Rather than doing something for money, like middle management, something like that. No offense to the middle managers in the chat if there are any, but middle management probably wasn't like a really passionate thing. You know, oh, one day I would love to be a middle manager. Everyone's got passions that can be useful to society, right? And so and so that is why I would love to live in that world. Absolutely. Because everyone is just like, you know, just go and do what you think you should be doing. That would be so amazing, wouldn't it? All right, let me catch up with the chat a little bit. Sketch says, I'd love to write these little lore drops in games. Yeah, that would, oh my God, what an amazing thing that would be. Practice for voice acting. Oh yeah, we said that one. Death to the day job. That's what sent me off on that tangent. Artist here, so same worry with voice actor. Yeah, any kind of art, right? It's kind of being taken over. At book narration would be equal to AI Dungeon Master. No, thank you. Yeah, and I've seen people saying, "Oh, AI can be a Dungeon Master now." And you're like, "Why? Why would you want it to be? Like, isn't the joy of, you know, D&D and all that kind of stuff? Isn't the joy of it like collaborative storytelling?" NPC Aaron says, "You're almost at 28k already." I know, mad. It's crazy. It really it took a bit of a spike. I think it's because I released that top 10 list. People love top 10 lists. People love high concept videos. I started off YouTube. Sorry to get away from the game just for a second. I'll jump back into it in a minute. I started off YouTube in pretty much the exact wrong way to do it. If numbers is something that you care about, and if the size of your channel is something that you care about, I went the exact wrong direction that I should have gone. My first 25, 30 videos were all spoiler reviews, and these have the least growth potential on BookTube, because you're limiting yourself down to people who have already read the book, right? So that's maybe 1% of the internet that if they happen to find you would click on the video. Whereas if you say books, you know, these are the best books, and I'm not going to spoil them. That is like 70% of the internet that would be willing to click on that, you know, potentially. So, I definitely went in the wrong direction for channel growth. The first year, I would say, I was just cutting my teeth, learning lessons as I went. But I think that's the best way to do it. It's just kind of like make mistakes, right? Yeah. NPC Aaron says, I'll say it, if you play an RPG with an AI dungeon master, listen to AI generated music, watch AI generated films, or read AI generated books, you are a loser with no taste. The royal you, not you as in J. No, yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're I mean, yeah. I'll just say this. I don't understand you. If you listen, everything you just said, if all of the things you just listed, if you enjoy that, it's just that I don't understand. I don't understand. And Rachel, I just saw the top 10 video has over 85,000 views. Madness, isn't it? That's huge. That's huge for my channel. For my channel, that's huge. Yeah, just got to make more videos like that, you know? I think what I need to do is just make a video every week that has the potential. I'm not saying everything's going to blow up or anything, but I think I need to make at least one video every week that has the potential of getting new viewers and then being like, by the way, guys, I also do weekly recaps. Come on over, join the cult. Not a cult, but come on over, you know? Yeah. I usually have AI program my AI. It's the only way for a good AI experience. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, AI. And then also I have AI tell me what I should AI. All right, let's read this.
Objects of power can cause or be results of
It's Alan Wake again.
Altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one.
Oh, there is one that I already saw. Oh, okay, and this is the one we just listened to.
The situation in Cuba.
Oh, okay. It kind of tricks you because it says that it's new, but then it's something that we just listened to. Yeah, that's right. Butte details. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file MOT-01. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, blank light cords have been found in the oldest house, located in the blank and blank sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is blank. But initial hypotheses center on the Butte AWE as a blank blank. See Dr. Darling presentation 24.3 for more details. So I'm just catching up with the chat. Any SpongeBob fans remember Anchor Arms? LOL, this clip always reminds me of it. Oh no, maybe we'll have to watch that at the end of the stream. Just look up SpongeBob Anchor Arms. I'm sure it'll be somewhere. Mac made IT. So what is the day job? I believe I missed that part. I also think if life wasn't so expensive, I think the idea of careers would expire quickly. Yeah, you know what I can't understand? You know those people who say, oh, if I won the lottery, I'd still go to work. Because I need something to do. That's another kind of person I can't understand. Unless, like I say, you are maybe a teacher, a doctor, nurse, carer, something where you're really making a big impact on people's lives. Okay, in that case. But I'm talking about people that are like just doing everyday jobs, you know, pushing numbers around, and they're like, oh no, I'd still come into work. I'd still have to sell. I'd still have to be a salesman. I'd still have to sell cars or whatever, even if I won the lottery.
Hang on a minute. Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, who the fuck is that? Bowsy, your timing is too good. Your timing's too good. And the day job, I've got a boring day job. To be honest, I don't even go into it. It's so boring. It's like salesy kind of thing, you know. That's such good timing. Thanks so much for the bits, by the way. I should say thanks for the bits, Aaron, Babsy, and Babsy again. Yeah, thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. All right, we're about to see something epic now, but I think let me just see if there's one more collectible that we're supposed to look at. Hotline security log. Directs trench, Bill Everett, custodian, directs trench, and then it's just all the way down. And then, right at the bottom, Carol Bishop. All right, here we go, guys. Something crazy about to happen.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Logic. The light switch cord. Door marked Black Pyramid.
I love this. I love this outline. All right, so remember, these light switches apparently take you to another place. Oh, look. Stand here. Pull that light switch. And it might take us over there. This is a very cool thing. Well, we're standing in the right spot, right? Did it...
Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Let's ring the bell.
Hello? Anyone here?
Hello? Something's happened with the music. What caused that to happen? As soon as we step into this blue light? Alright, let's step outside. No. Well, is there something I'm missing? Something I'm missing? Sorry. Remember that you have to do a ritual in the motel each time. Notice that the door that is open changed when you hit the bell. Ah. Right.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
Can we go into here? This was the one that was open first time. Ah. Here we go. I just want to take it in for a second. What would we do without you, Aaron? Yeah, we still be looking for that key card. See you later, Aaron. Have a good one, mate. Thanks so much for your help. The hotline will allow you to contact extra dimensional entities. Babsy jinxed it. I know. She went, what would we do without you, Aaron? And he's like, I'm out of here. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Alright, I'm going. Can't kill it? Okay. Foxman, you're the new Aaron. No, seriously, thanks so much for your help and everything. I really appreciate it. By the way, is my mic okay? Can I run? Do you think I can make that? I can make that jump, can't I? Alright, come on. Wait. Oh, that's right. I can sprint like that. That's right. Yeah. Whoa! Well done. You contact your past selves. Alright, here we go. We got the phone. Foxman, I have a bad memory. I'm old. Been a while since I played this. You played it when it first came out?
It is a phone. It's an object of power.
Oh, here we go. It's another object of power.
It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
Oh, this is a really cool thing, right? This is a really cool premise.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
Oh.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info.
Okay.
I need to get back to Emily.
Alright, let's get back to her.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Okay. Let's try and... It's this way, right? Let's go see Emily. Objects of power, hotline. Containment procedure. Objects should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Description, para-utility. Object is a 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs blank. The object allows the director to communicate with the blank. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal blank. See Dr. Darling presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. Background. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including blank and blank, but its origin remains unknown. Dude, I love this. To all executive staff, I know there is some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget, so as long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not if our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the US Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trench, Director of Federal Bureau of Control. We just watched that. All right. Okay. Alright, we're going to get back to Emily. Oh, that was something else. That was like weapons mods. Imagine the crazy stuff we're going to be able to do when we get weapons mods and all that kind of stuff. I was impressed just being able to pick things up. Can I pick up this guy? No. I just wanted to see if I could throw someone around. That's my jam. Oh, by the way, do you remember that I told you about that frozen dead guy thing? In Estes Park by the Stanley Hotel. Do you remember I told you about that? I think I found a video of it, so we can watch that in a minute if you like. It's I haven't watched it, but I think it kind of explains the history of the frozen dead guy next to the Stanley Hotel that was the inspiration of The Shining. Yeah, so we can watch that if you like.
Get the hotline? I mean, how
We'll
is
just
it
speak
the
to
call
Emily
to
first.
this? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
Hotline was like, I remember.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown.
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. All
Aw,
that and the
thanks.
histamines seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is.
What kind of
We
tests?
could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
What does she have, her brother
Okay.
inside her head or
Do
something?
you think it will help?
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Yeah, do we get paid for participating in these tests? Exactly, Nat. That's what I want to know. Oh, look. Artie. We got to go into the Department of Maintenance. Foxmantle says, I don't even think we get paid as a sudden new director. I know, like, do we get time off? We get good benefits? We get dental and everything? Look at the maintenance sector. Yikes! Alright. That seems like a good place to stop off at. That's also going to be a save point. So, alright. Why don't we watch a little bit of what this Frozen Dead Guy festival is all about. I won't go into too much detail because we're just going to watch a video all about it. But when I went to the Stanley Hotel in Colorado, it was sorry, let me just turn this off. Turn off that volume for a second. Yeah, when I went to the Stanley Hotel in Colorado, there was this tour guide that showed me all around the hotel, and this room inspired Stephen King. This is where Stephen King did this, and it was a really cool experience. And then he goes, "Oh, you'll have to come back sometime to see the Frozen Dead Guy." And I was like, "What are you talking about? What Frozen Dead Guy?" "Oh, he's just over there." And I went, "There's a literal Frozen Dead Guy over there, like 20 feet from us." And he went, "Yeah." And he went, "That's a separate tour though." And it was getting like, I had to go. I had to go. So we're gonna find out about this Frozen Dead Guy, I guess. Find out what it's all about, and yeah, let's see what on earth he was talking about. All right, so how do I do this again? Let's... Oh, whoops. All right, I've got some other videos here as well, but let's just watch this one about the Frozen Dead Guy. Because this news report from CBS. Can everyone see that all right? Yeah, all right, wicked. All right, let's watch this.
Lee Cowan is taking us to a hotel high in the mountains of Colorado.
Yeah, that's Stanley
where
Hotel.
A notable guest is now in residence.
Very beautiful there.
Those majestic elk aren't the only unusual guests to wind up at the historic Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. In its nearly 115 years, it's hosted everyone from Theodore Roosevelt.
And by the way, when I went,
nearly 150
empty. No one was there. It was just so crazy. Like, you see all these people in it. It was nothing like that. I went really late, and it was just me. And I was walking around. It added to the experience, in my opinion. I was the only person on the tour. It must have had guests, but I didn't see them. And I was like, oh yeah, this is the real experience of The Shining, you know? It was great.
15 years. It's hosted it.
I can't honestly. It's kind of freaking me out that there's so many people here because that's crazy. And I went over to this counter here, and that's where that weird kid was. You remember? Sorry, I called him a kid. It was probably like 20 or something. And he was like, "Are you from London?" This isn't like London. We don't really have trains going everywhere. I could call somebody and they can come pick you up. Like, it was crazy. I won't go over the whole story again because I already told you about it. But let's find out about this frozen dead guy.
Everyone from Theodore Roosevelt to the Titanic's unsinkable Molly Brown. And more recently...
Sorry, 1 second. I've just got to. I've got to tell you one story. I'm so sorry. We're 24 seconds in, and I'm already in like my little story mode. So, what's her name? The unsinkable Molly Brown, right?
Roosevelt to the Titanic's unsinkable Molly Brown.
Right. Okay. Good. Yeah. So I actually heard a story where the tour guide was great when he was showing me all around the Stanley Hotel. He goes. Do you know Molly Brown? And in all honesty, I knew who she was, but I didn't know her name, you know? And she is, like I say, from the she's in the Titanic. Kathy Bates played her. Do you remember Kathy Bates' character? Well, she was like this massive US socialite. Maybe some of you already know who she is, you know? But she was like this big socialite, you know, she was connected to everyone. And she was like just such a huge character. And a lot of people didn't really like her that much, you know? I think that kind of, I've spent a good amount of time in the US. Yeah, I live in the US. I live just outside of Atlanta. So, yeah, Kathy Bates from Misery. That's right, Kathy Bates from Misery. She was the Kardashian of her time, I guess, yeah. Like, a lot of people, they kind of found her to be, this is a different time, right? But they probably would have called her, she's uppity, you know? She's uppity. She don't know her place. You know, she was just like, I'm just me. I'm not gonna like be like a little shrinking violet. That's not me. If you've seen the Titanic movie, you know what kind of person she is. She's like, hey boys, you know what I mean? Like, she's like really a big character, takes up all the space in a room, and everyone, like a lot of rich people that she's around are kind of like, you know. So this character, this Molly Brown, she stayed at the Stanley Hotel, and there was this billiards room, and the only men could play billiards in this time, and the women were allowed to enter the room, but they mustn't speak. Like, this is just for men to speak and play billiards, like pool, basically, you know, maybe snooker as well. And this is a men's room. So women can be seen, but not heard, right? Like I say, different time. So she goes in there, starts talking. They go, shh, shh. They tell her, like, stop. You're not allowed to speak. They tell her the rules of the hotel. You're not allowed to speak. Women aren't allowed to speak in this room. And then they go, you can do one thing, and that is clap. That's all you're allowed to do. You can clap. And then she goes, okay. And then every time someone missed a shot, she went. And only when they missed, she was like, I love those stories so much because it's like she's following the rules, but she's still getting to them. You know? It's so funny, man. When the tour guide told me that story, I was like, oh man, that cracked me up so bad. Yeah, what a character, what a legend.
And more recently, author Stephen King. If these long, narrow hallways look creepily familiar, it may be because the Stanley is where King was inspired to write The Shining.
Hello, Danny.
A hotel haunting the director Stanley Kubrick turned into a horror classic.
Here's Johnny.
But the Stanley was also haunted by
Look how
something
beautiful
else.
it is.
Decades of financial woes. It was in bankruptcy when hotel entrepreneur John Cullen found himself the latest in a long line of supposedly cursed proprietors to invest in this creepy place.
I don't know if I'd need to celebrate or cry, but here's Johnny.
He knew he had to capitalize on the hotel's ghoulish.
How many times a day you reckon he does that, by the way? I bet he does that all the time. I bet the staff are like, yeah, all right. Yeah, Johnny, yeah. It's a good one. Nice one, boss.
Reputation.
You've got a big surprise coming to you.
So he fixed up Stephen King's actual room. You can now stay in it. And he built a hedge maze right out front.
Yeah, the hedge maze is a little bit disappointing, I gotta be honest. But you want to know the interesting thing? I got a little tip from the guy. So you see this room.
Build a hedge maze, right? You can now we fixed up
so that's the Stephen King suite, right? This is the Stephen King suite. You can that's where he was inspired to write The Shining when he was staying in here, right? And this room, because it's so famous, is something like, I can't remember how much it was, but it was like $600 a night or something like that, right? Crazy. But then he said, however, if you stay in this room, it's half the price. And when Stephen King stayed here, it was the same room. So if you stay here, it used to be one big corner room. So you are still technically staying in the room that Stephen King was in if you stay here. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Stephen King's actual room. You can now stay in it. And he built a hedge maze right out front.
Alarm was like, every damn time. Oh, funny. Never seen anyone do that before. Yeah.
Just like the one where Jack Nicholson finally met his frozen end. And in keeping with that frozen theme,
the hedge maze is not
Cullen
that big. It's this tiny
idea.
little thing.
In 2022, he asked the mayor of Estes Park for permission to allow one very special guest to check in. A man who'd been frozen himself for 30 plus years.
And she goes, Cullen, you know, I've seen a lot of weird out of you in the last 25 years, but this reaches a new level of weird.
His name was Bredo Morstol. He died in Norway in 1989, but his remains ended up about an hour away from the Stanley, here in Nederland, Colorado.
Here I am.
Unceremoniously laid to rest in that tough shed.
Hey, he's in there.
Stiff.
So is that the casket?
That is the casket.
Every 2 weeks since the early 90s, people like Brad Wickham have been rotating in and out, hauling more than 1,000 pounds of dry ice up this mountain.
I can't believe you do this all by yourself.
All to keep Grandpa tucked in for his eternal winter's nap.
From what I understand, he was a very kind gentleman, and you could just tell that he was the glue of the whole family.
And still is, in a way, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a practice called cryonics. Bredo's grandson, Trygve Baug, lived in this house, and he believed that by keeping his grandfather frozen in the backyard, doctors of the future might one day be able to clone or even revive him.
At the worst case, this is essentially a form of burial, but it's also for research.
James Airwood is co-CEO and president of the nonprofit Alcor Life Extension Foundation in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Like, I don't think we got the full story. How did he end up getting there?
Frozen at minus 320 degrees, far colder than a box filled with dry ice in a tough shed.
When you heard this story, were you like, this is just wild, right?
I just thought it was weird.
It is bizarre.
Grandpa's grandson was forced to move back to Norway. He was deported for...
Looks like that's a normal pose that you would do while holding up a picture of your grandpa. It's a normal, you know. It looks like an intense kind of guy, you know.
For overstaying his visa, and he had to leave Grandpa behind.
Oh boy.
But Grandpa hasn't exactly been alone either.
Hang on a minute.
Here's to you,
Where the
Burrito.
fuck Our own Bill Geist went to pay his respects back in 2000.
Oh, Aaron, Aaron's sticking his head back in. Who the fuck is that?
2003.
Good timing, Aaron. Thanks for the bits, mate.
He learned Grandpa wasn't forgotten. He
Oh,
was
look,
actually being
and this is something else. Look, they have a big parade for
With
him.
an annual Frozen Dead Guy Festival.
Festival, sorry.
Why, if it weren't so creepy, it'd be almost heartwarming.
And everyone all gathers to celebrate this guy.
Man, if that actually can be in one sentence.
It eventually became so popular, Netherland couldn't handle the crowds anymore. But its gallows humor fit the Stanley perfectly. So Cullen moved it here.
A little humor, a little fun, little beer, a little bit of attitude. But
honestly, that looks like loads of fun. And I bet everyone there is so chill. Like, I bet they're just great people, funny people.
All in good spirit.
But what's a Frozen Dead Guy festival without the
Like
Frozen
a room
Dead Guy?
full of cool
Cullen needed the
people,
festival's namesake, and let's face it, Grandpa needed an upgrade. So, this past August, with his grandson's permission,
Into the body bag.
Grandpa Brado was moved by a team from the Alcor Life Extension Foundation.
Harlama says, looks like he froze Gramps without his permission, if you know what I mean. Yeah, froze him before he needed to be frozen.
He was driven to the Stanley's old ice house, removed from his aluminum casket, put in a sleeping bag, and then submerged head first in liquid nitrogen.
Yeah.
What does he look like?
Damn good.
Yeah?
He looked better than embalmed people.
He's now the centerpiece of a small exhibit on the side.
Bit of a low bar. He looked better than embalmed people. No, I'm messing about. That actually is like pretty impressive. If he's been dead all this time and he looks like fresh as a daisy.
Science of cryonics here at the Stanley. And he gets visitors every day.
Hi, John.
As for John Cullen, well, he's now sold the Stanley, but he's proud of its ghostly legacy. After all, he linked a fictional Frozen Dead guy to a real one. And he managed to find the perfect hotel guest. One who never complains.
Crazy, isn't it?
And will never check out.
Ice, cooler, movie, Frozen Dead Guy. Come on!
Come on. Mate, I love it. I love it. That's great. And then I'll quickly show you this as well. Look, this is... Oh, I just showed that. It's only 4 minutes long. Look, these are the coffin races that they have for the Frozen Dead guy.
What happens when you invite teams of 6 possibly inebriated coffin carriers and 1 pretend dead person?
This is part
to
of the
race
festival.
Through a muddy obstacle course, 2 teams at a time. Complete and utter chaos. The race course would test these competitors' strength.
What would you rather be?
And their willingness to get really filthy.
Would you rather be the person in the coffin or the person carrying the coffin? Like I'm talking about in this game, right? I'm not talking about just in general life. In this coffin racing, I don't think I could be in the coffin. I think I'd just be like too nervous. They're gonna drop me on my head or something.
It began with the Mountain of Death.
Right.
Followed by the hairpin turn of sorrow. Then the coffin riders were required to exit their coffins.
I gotta go to
and
this,
spin
man.
5
I have
times
to go
around
to
a
this.
stick before encountering the dread log of shame. If the coffin racers survived this, all that remained was the bubbling cauldron of mud before crossing the finish line.
Babsy would be in the coffin if they wouldn't drop me. That's what I'm saying. That's the risk.
Do you have a name?
Metal hip, I'd be in the coffin. Yeah, good.
You're the defending champion.
Makes sense.
Do you expect to win this year?
We'll see. We'll see. We're not getting our hopes up.
What's the name of your team? Remains to be seen.
Oh, that's a great name for a team.
The Bone Zone. Now, who's going to be inside? This is our corpse.
Yes, I'm the corpse.
Remains to be seen. That's such a good name for a team.
worried at all about taking a face plant or anything?
They don't have specific dates for 2027 just yet. Oh, mate, we got to find out. We got to find out. I've got to go one day to this.
I am worried about that. Yeah, that mountain.
And also, I mean, there's no way you never ever would be able to get the Stephen King room on this day or during this period of time. There'd be thousands, wouldn't it? Because everyone wants to stay in that room.
In there, you could get messed up.
Calling it death.
Oh wow.
Seems appropriate.
You're getting a good foundation.
It's just across the street.
Before you start.
I think you want to be properly lubricated before jumping into something as serious as this.
You know, it's kind of an obstacle.
That's a sound. That's a sound. I'll play it again.
You're getting a good foundation buzz before you start.
I think you want to be properly lubricated before jumping into something as serious as this.
You know, it's kind of an obstacle course. You may get wet and
100% we're clipping that.
dirty out there.
I was wet and dirty when I got here, so we're all right.
Okay, this guy. All right, this guy's just a sound machine. He's this guy. Listen, can we just spend 5 minutes with this guy? Oh man, he's a meme machine.
You're getting a good foundation buzz before you start.
I think you want to be properly lubricated before jumping into something as serious as this.
You know,
That's the first one.
Of course, you may get wet and dirty out there.
I was wet and dirty when I got here, so we're all right.
Dude.
You just finished. You're covered with mud. How does it feel?
And another one. And another one. And another one. Oh, man. Max, like, that's what she said. Exactly. That says, carrying it would have to resist the temptation to tip it over the boggy part, though. I know, especially if it was your good mate or something, wouldn't it? How old is this video? 4 years.
It feels great. Oh, feels good.
It tastes like chocolate milk, the mud.
A cardboard coffin. That's about as cheap as it comes.
We're trying to be eco-friendly in the way we do the races.
Sweet.
And low tech. You sure that thing's not going to fall apart when you start?
We're not sure.
Come on, Team America.
Chance to get even. You have to use the stick, Rick.
Come on, 5 times around, which is probably 2 times too many. Backward, you can do it. Don't fall off the balance beam.
Oh, she did it? Oh. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, it didn't look like she did it.
Okay, this could be another upset. Be smart. Slow and steady.
Mate, she ain't doing it.
With tequila.
It's a close race.
Wow. Okay, these dead lawyers are beautiful lawyers.
Man, people are so creative and funny, aren't they?
It's a bunch of women.
Have you made it to the 3rd round?
No, we just got edged out by the doctor team.
Any bitterness?
Hell no.
You're looking at the winners.
We've already won. The other teams just don't know it yet.
By process of elimination, the field of 25 was winnowed down to 2 finalists. Star Wars
That
and
guy
Team
grinding the log.
And consistent with the rest of that day's coffin clashes, this race began with near catastrophe. By the log of shame, the Star Wars team had taken a commanding lead. Would they now successfully cross the bubbling cauldron of mud? No, they wouldn't.
No,
But
they wouldn't.
Still managed to pull out a win, much to the chagrin of the vanquished Team Awkward.
Team Awkward. That's a lot of fun. This is probably worth watching as well. I won't watch it now, but that Frozen, the full episode of the Frozen Dead guy thing. I'll probably get around to watching that at some point. Yeah, man, that's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. Everyone looks like they're having just a fantastic time. Thanks so much for joining me on this stream, by the way. I'm going to log off now, and I'll be back on Saturday. Meet you in Colorado next March. Yeah, we got to come up with a team name. Yeah, we got to come up with a team name. But yeah, it's my bedtime. And you know what, Babsy? Don't tell anyone. I might have a little bedtime snack or something, you know? I might just sneak downstairs. I think I've got a cookie down there or something. I got to get something. Not a cult, yeah. Oh, it's got to be cult related. You wild crazy boy. I can't wait to get that cookie. Yeah. Well, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. I'm so excited about the direction that this stream is going to go. I don't have the full plan yet, but I know the green screen is going to be a game changer. And it's right there. It's right there. All I need to do is just move it over, do a little chroma key. All of the background disappears. We can be wherever we want. Yeah. Hot Llama says, naughty, naughty. We're very naughty on this channel. All right. Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate you all for watching. Thanks so much to Aaron and Babsy for the bits. And also Jojo as well for the subscription. Everyone for following, everyone for commenting and just watching and hanging out. Even the lurkers, even the people who were just sitting there with a blue light shining in their face. Just watching. Just like to watch. Just like to watch. Even you as well. Thanks so much. And yeah, thanks so much, everyone. Have a good night. I'm going to go and enjoy that cookie right now. See you later, guys. All right. I love you all. All right. See you later, non-cult members. See ya. Bye, everyone. Bye, bye, bye.